Hello there, welcome back to the channel. This is Nerd World, and I felt like revisiting a franchise that's very beloved to me, and I haven't done a video on one in months, and that is Andromeda by Gene Roddenberry, the very man who created Star Trek. And this episode, if you don't know from clicking on the link, is all about the High Guard slipfighter, the steadfast centurion of the motherships of the Andromeda Ascendant and her like. These small, nimble craft were often the backbone of the High Guard, especially for long-range solo missions. But before we get started, please like, share, subscribe and comment down below, because it all helps the channel grow. And also, I should point out that this episode is sponsored again by my sponsor, Relentless Rebels, who are linked in the description below. They do a variety of different Viking-themed jewelry, as well as some jewelry of their own. If you check them out via the link in the description below and use the code NERD20, you will get a 20% discount on any of your purchases. Thinking of money, I want to quickly thank people that have donated to this channel, because there are a few people. I don't normally ask for money. In fact, I never ask for money, but I do have a link because this isn't exactly a big money earner for me, and I do it mostly for fun, but every little bit helps. But I was able, thanks to some donations, to get this, a new and improved microphone, because the last microphone I was using didn't have the best reception. But with all that said, thank you, and into the video we go. The slipfighter is, of course, a small auxiliary craft utilized by the system's Commonwealth High Guard. They are typically assigned to planetary facilities, orbital stations, drifts, as well as starships such as the Glorious Heritage class. These facilities usually utilize a flight simulator to train pilots, as well as doing live training in space. The crafts themselves are highly maneuverable and extremely versatile, and get their name from being slip capable, which means they have an onboard FTL, albeit more limited than the mothership. It does increase the vessel's range and utility considerably, as well as meaning that they're not as likely to be stuck and left behind if the mothership is forced to retreat, and they can get away from a situation on their own, as well as be deployed against long distance targets independently. They are designed primarily to work in small groups, not really on their own, as they are not a particularly powerful craft, although they are strong for their size. They are extremely maneuverable and are capable of atmospheric entry, landing, as well as being utilized in a ground attack, as well as dogfighting role in space and in atmosphere, although their native home where they are most effective is in space. They are armed with a variety of different weapons, but typically with 2 pulse energy weapons as well as missile systems. The fighters have no onboard shields, as that's not really a technology in the Andromeda galaxy. They are piloted usually by a single pilot, but they can carry more than one. They can also be remote operated and controlled by the ship's AI of the mother vessel that they are attached to, such as the Andromeda Ascendant. They have, as I said, extensive range and are capable of traversing the entire galaxy if needed. Although, of course, again, fuel reserves and such things mean they do have a much more limited endurance of doing this than the vessel that they are usually deployed from. They are also capable of carrying and deploying a Nova bomb, which means one of these small craft, so innocuous, so tiny compared to a large vessel, actually potentially have the destructive power to destroy an entire star system in a single shot. An almost unimaginable amount of power to give to one individual. But that is the universe we live in. It's a dangerous time. And these are vessels built for not only to impress, but also to be effective in war. And it's something that they proved time and time again. Without these reliable little crafts, the mission of the Andromeda Ascendant and her captain, Captain Dylan Hunt, would have not been successful, as they proved pivotal in doing smaller missions that the Andromeda wasn't able to go on itself, as it was the last vessel of the system's Commonwealth remaining after the long night, at least the last one operational. And there we have a basic breakdown of these small, nimble little fighters. As a personal assessment, the reason I've taken this video so long is because I don't think they're the best design. Starfighters, to me, are a great science fiction asset, but I do like hyper realistic, such as the Star Furies from Babylon 5. there's just something about the sort of two-pronged design of the slipfighter that never really did much for me, but it is an impressive vessel, and within the confines of the universe it is an incredibly effective little ship that is almost a prerequisite that every High Guard officer should be qualified to pilot, because they are very useful. And they're an extraordinarily efficiently built vessel for their task, which is destroying larger vessels and targets much bigger and expensive than themselves, which is something they are very good at, as well as working as a screening craft for other larger targets against either other fighters or even other capital ships. So, there we have it. The slipfighter from Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda. Let me know in the comments below whether you agree with my just personal opinion as to not aesthetically the nicest looking ship, although everyone has their own taste. But if you made it all to the end of this video, thank you for watching. It's only a quick one today. And with all that said, bye bye.